All right, parents, we're here looking proper. Because talking about sex is just the one thing you've always wanted to do with your kids, so we're here to help you with that. We are both parents of 4, having conversations about sex and sexuality is happening at all sorts of different stages. We know there's times where it feels intimidating.
It does for us. We've messed it up.
Yeah. And so if it feels that way for you, great, you're in the right spot. We are not going to be preparing you to have the sex talk.
Sorry.
What we are preparing you for is to talk about sex and sexuality early and often.
All the time.
Throughout your child's life. There's a great chance that your parents either didn't talk to you at all about sex, or if they did, it was one time for the sex talk. And that probably means you're left feeling like, what are we supposed to say? How do we say it? What if I say the wrong thing? If you've been thinking of it as this one conversation you need to have, think of all the pressure.
It is a lot of pressure.
That now exists on this one conversation to teach your kids everything they might need to know about sex.
That was so much nicer than what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, we're here to burst your bubble and tell you that you need to have lots of talks about sex. But the way you said it was much better.
So much better.
Okay.
Take an age-based approach with your kids. Depending on what age and stage they're in, we want to help you navigate how to have the conversations that are developmentally appropriate.
We also think that this is an awesome opportunity for you to continue to lean into a relationship with your kids where you have a lot of influence. Because whether you want to admit it or not, your kids are actually being mentored and taught about sex by our culture, along with curious questions. If you kind of think every question, every interaction with your children, you're either opening the door for more conversations or you're closing the door. Really, we want to make sure that we're not shaming our kids, but we're not shaming other people so that our kids continue to come talk to us.
Yeah, which is so good, which takes us back to that nudes conversation, which is if you say things to your kids to try and scare them out of behaving a certain way that you don't want them to, that means that maybe your kids already are behaving that way, they just haven't told you yet. But it also guarantees that when they do behave that way, they'll feel ashamed and they'll feel like they need to keep it a secret and they'll feel like they can't talk to you.
You can still have hopes and expectations and desires for your kids and clearly communicate those, but don't do it with a shame-based approach.
Parents, you need to be ready to get asked personal questions about your own sexuality or sex life or sexual experiences.
I have seen parents who I guarantee would pay any amount of money to take back what they said because they weren't prepared.
Instead of pulling away, choose your kids good over your own discomfort, because now you're prepared, you're ready, and if you need to come back to this and revisit it when you're getting ready to have a conversation like that, do it. There's no shame in that. So we believe in you. We believe you can do this well. We believe you can do this for your kids good. And we really, really do think that you guys got this.